This is The Freshman Book 2, Chapter 3. James is casting his play, and you and Becca are up for the same role. Will you be the leading lady or a supporting actress? Chapter 3. Auditions. James climbs up on stage and prepares to start the auditions. First, I just want to thank all of you for trying out today. Without actors, a play is just words on paper, and honestly, that's all I thought this play would ever be. Because of you, I'll see my life brought to I'll see my work brought to life for the first time ever. I can't even begin to thank everyone enough for that. Hey, the paycheck's not a bad place to start. Cha-ching! You're not getting paid for this. You know that, right? Wait, what? Let's move on, shall we? Let the auditions begin. We'll be starting with Mary. Becca smirks at you as you climb up on the stage. Try not to blow it, Mary. When I beat you out for this part, I want it to be because I'm a star, not because you screwed up. Thanks for the pep talk. What? How is that a pep talk? You just gave me all the motivation I need to crush this audition and make sure you don't get the part. Oh yeah? Well, you know how actors are supposed to say break a leg instead of good luck? Good luck. Huh? Thanks, but I don't need it. You take one last look at the script, trying to memorize the lines. Lady Darling. Oh, cruel irony! The morning sun itself rejoices at my misery. Lady Darling. To think it would shine such on this gloomiest of occasions, my wedding to the vile Lord Rathbone. Okay, Mary, here goes nothing. You clear your throat nervously, the script shaking in your hand. Don't worry, Mary, you've got this. Just breathe and go. You take a deep breath, steadying your nerves, and start your monologue. Oh, cruel irony! The morning sun itself rejoices at my misery. Correct. To think it would shine such on this gloomiest of occasions. My wedding. Correct. To the vile Lord Rathbone. Trump? Did you see that? So, how'd I do? Best Actress, you nailed your audition. Excellent work overall, Mary. I'm impressed. You leap down off the stage and join the rest of your friends in the seats. Mary, you were so good. I was moved nearly to tears, and not just because I'm jealous of your acting chops. Thanks, guys. I can't wait to see your auditions. As Becca walks past you on your way to the stage, she steps on your foot. Ow. Seriously? Oops. Why are you being so nasty to me? Aren't you tired of this yet? What did I ever do to you, anyway? Like you don't know. Becca tosses her hair and continues towards the stage, leaving you bewildered. What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, what did I do to her? Are we like old friends or something? No idea. She's probably just pissed 'cause you're reading for the same part. Are you worried? Honestly, I don't really care. So, not even a little bit. Since when has Becca ever shown any interest in acting? Fair point, but this is the first time you've mentioned it too. We're only a few months into our freshman year. It's easy to forget, but we're all still getting to know each other. That's true. Maybe I should take her a little more seriously. Maybe, maybe not. I guess we're about to find out. Becca gets up on stage and holds her script close by her side. I'll also be reading for Lady Elizabeth from her scene in the woods with William. Wonderful! I'll read the part of William. Let's get started. Becca checks the script once more, then begins. I know you're not happy, William. Neither am I. But this is my family. I have obligations, responsibilities. I can't just turn my back on them. Yes, you can. You must, or you'll lose my love forever. If you truly loved me, you wouldn't be capable of such a threat. I didn't ask to feel this way. I didn't ask to be born the daughter of a lord, and you a stable boy. I didn't ask for any of this. You look at me and see everything you hate about the world. Aye, and everything I love, too. James closes his script and strokes his chin thoughtfully. That went well, Becca. You've given me a lot to think about. Really? I mean... Of course I have. I trust you'll make the right choice. Becca hops down from the stage and throws you a dirty look before walking over to Madison. I have to admit, that wasn't bad. Not as good as you, but not bad either. Why couldn't we just read for separate parts? I can't deal with this drama. Welcome to the theater, Mary. Drama's kind of the whole point. I need to know if I got that part. I'm going to try to be patient. He's doing other auditions right now, Mary. Good for you. No reason you should get special treatment, right? Right. This is killing you, isn't it? Yes. Well, just try to enjoy watching the rest of the auditions. Sorry about that. It'll be a fun distraction. You watch from your seat as the auditions continue. Footman, they call me, in case I dare forget that I am the lowest of the low, forever scrabbling in the dirt to support this unjust society. Impressive. I have to admit, I didn't expect such gravitas from you. Buddy, if there's one thing I know, it's that thing you just said. Gravitas? No thanks, I'm full. What? As Logan exits the stage, he winks at Madison, who's sitting next to Trip in the audience. Yay, he was so good! Don't worry, if acting is what you like, I've got you covered. They call me the Canadian Jennifer Lawrence. Interesting. Trip runs on stage and does a cartwheel. Interesting entrance. Madison turns to Becca. Does it seem like Trip and Logan are acting kind of weird? This is pretty dense, even for you. They're obviously both crushing on you. Oh no! What do I do? Milk it for all it's worth. I like that advice, even though it's... Poor Madison. Poor guys. Madison turns to you. Have you ever had multiple people like you at once? Oh, Madison, let me just tell you. Actually, welcome to my life. There was a point last quarter when 3 people were trying to date me. Brag much? I'm just stating the facts. It's true. 2 guys is already one too many for me. I guess I'm going to have to decide who I like. This could take a while. It took me like an hour to pick out my socks this morning. Aww. Next, Abby gets up to read. My dear, you have no choice but to marry him. What would your father say if he could hear you say such things? I know it's not what you wanted, but you'll learn to love him, and it's your duty, as a wife and as a daughter. Powerful. Just to verify, are we in the Victorian era or the Edwardian era? Because there's a difference. You're literally just a shopkeeper haggling over the price of flour. Was this flour locally sourced or imported from elsewhere in the Empire? Come on, man, throw me a bone here. Good Lord. Which character are you reading for? The oak tree! How am I doing? That's not a character. The characters are all, humans. So Mary lied to me? Oh no! I'm sorry. Sorry, Madison. Wait. You can drop out if you want, but I think you'd be really good as Flora, the maid. Well, I guess I'm already here. Let me give this a shot. Next up is Chris. Where is he? I think I saw him outside. I'll go get him. Outside, you find Chris reading over the script, practicing his lines. Hope I'm not interrupting anything. Just a master honing his craft. A master, huh? That might be a small exaggeration, but I am pretty excited about this role. You should. Go nail this audition. I have total faith in you. Really? Really. Go in there and knock him dead, okay? Yes, ma'am. Back inside, Chris jogs to the center of the stage and flashes a smile. I'll be reading William's scene, where he and Elizabeth share their first night together after he returns from the war. Okay, Chris, let's see what you've got. Chris looks down and takes a deep breath. He looks back up, exuding a calm confidence. The stars changed when we sailed south. The farther we went, the less of home there was to hold on to. The familiar constellations replaced with strangers. When we crossed the equator, even the North Star was lost to us. But I found my way back to you in the end. When everything around me seemed strange and threatening, you were my guiding star. I've got to say, that was a pretty impressive performance. So, I'm in? Well, you're certainly in the running. All casting decisions will be finalized tomorrow morning. Feels like I'm back in high school waiting for the coach to post the list of starters. Something like that, yeah. As James waits for the next actor to audition, you walk over and take the seat beside him. So, what did you think of Chris? He was interesting. Interesting? Yeah, what do you mean, interesting? Chris has an undeniable charisma. He has a real movie star quality about him. But I'm not sure that's a good thing. What do you mean? William is supposed to have more fire. There's an anger at the injustices of the world lurking just beneath the surface. I just wasn't getting that from Chris. I guess I see your point. I just know this is really important to him. Sorry, Mary. I can't cast people based on how badly they want it. I have to be fair. Anyway, it's time for the next audition. Caitlin, you're up. Who are you reading for? Duke Eccleston. The Duke? But he's a guy? Theater has a long history of men playing women's parts, right? I say it's time we balance the scales. Point taken. Let's see what you've got. Yeah, this is fine. I mean, a lot of people I know, well, not people I know, but I know of people who have played Peter Pan as women or girls. Yeah, it happens. Caitlin's face darkens. Young man, you dishonor this woman, this noble house, and this very empire with your love. If you had any common decency, you would sooner throw yourself upon your sword than shame this daughter of England with your commoner's infatuation. Leave these lands, you cur, and be quick about it. If you are not over the county line by morning, I shall loose my hounds upon you. Wow, that was intense. Intense good? Intense very good. While Caitlin beams and clambers down from the stage, James turns to you, his eyes thoughtful. What did you think, Mary? Caitlin was... yeah, incredible. I thought so too. She really has a fire about her. Huh, I wonder if he's gonna cast her as William. I don't know. Oh yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Yeah, this is an interesting development. I wonder... He's gonna cast her as William, isn't he? She was passable. Sebastian, how long have you been here? Long enough to see several of your so-called actors in action. It seems I'll have to carry even more of the load than usual. Why don't you show us how it's done? For a moment, Sebastian's face darkens. Then he looks up at you with fiery intensity in his eyes. The war didn't take my first wife from me. A fever did that. I think when she died, she took all of my goodness with her. All but a tiny ember, smoldering in the shell where a heart once beat. Whoa. Glad to have educated you in some small way. Sebastian makes a small bow, then walks away. He's so... hot. You go for it, Becca. And I think I heard someone mention he's rich, too. Aren't you supposed to be into Chris or something? I heard... Boys are like cars. There's always a better one out there, and unless you get a new one every year, you look poor. Okay. That's just... wrong. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Later that night, you're hanging out back at your suite, playing video games with Tyler and Zach. So, what are we up to tonight? Movie marathon? Family dinner? Scrabble? Actually, Abby and I are kind of headed out on a date. Sorry, Mary. Don't apologize. You should be pumped. It's just, this is all kind of new for me. I don't exactly know how to plan a date. I'm kind of just going with stuff I've seen in movies, but it feels forced, you know? Well, what have you got planned? We have a dinner reservation downtown at Le Petit Renard. Have you guys been there? Yeah, in a horrible nightmare where I was on the most boring date of all time. Why are you going there of all places? I don't know. It's fancy. What are you and Brandon doing tonight that's so cool? We're heading to the city to catch a secret show by Brandon's favorite DJ, Wizard Brain. Then we're trying out a new pop-up teppanyaki restaurant. And then, well, I'll edit the rest out to keep a PG-13 rating. Aww. That does sound pretty cool. What do you think, Mary? Should I stick to my plan or come up with something more adventurous? I mean, there's nothing wrong with having dinner at a conventional restaurant if that's what he wants. Like, maybe he just needs encouragement, you know? Like, I don't know what he likes, and I don't know whether both of them plan that thing. And I don't know how Abby would react if he suddenly changed plans on her either. So, I'm gonna say you should stick with your plan. It's romantic. You can adventure on another date, right? Snore. Don't be mean. I'm sure Abby will love the Petit Renard. I sure hope so, because this place isn't exactly cheap. Oh, goodness, I really hope it goes well. A few minutes later, Abby comes out of her room. Okay. Okay, Tyler, what's this big date you've got planned? Get your best fake French accent ready. We're going to Le Petit Renard. Oh! Oh, she doesn't like it. Great. I knew you'd like it. I'll go grab my blazer. As he leaves, Abby turns to you. 3 hours of adult conversation and snooty waiters. Yay. I'm sure he can plan something else if you're not feeling it. No, he clearly worked hard to plan this for us, and I'm pretty sure they'd freak out if we canceled our reservation. I'll just try to keep an open mind, I guess. Yes, please. If you say so. What about you, Mary? Any plans tonight? Crying over the choice I just made. Special dates. From time to time, you'll have the opportunity to go on special dates with your love interests. These offer unique interactions and opportunities to improve your relationships. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking I'd spend tonight with... Oh, they're diamond crabs. Myself. Again, crying over the choices I made. I'm just going to have some quality Mary time. By the way, there's nothing wrong with spending a night by yourself, guys. Yeah, there's lots of stuff you can do for fun. Sounds perfect. Always nice to take a night for yourself. I'm almost jealous. You should be. Nobody does me time quite like me. After saying goodbye to Zach, Tyler, and Abby, you spend the rest of the night watching Gilmore Girls in your room. Who needs a date when you've got Lorelai and Rory? The next morning, you arrive at the theater, eager to read the cast list. You find a crowd of your friends gathered around a sheet of paper. Right on. I got the Footman 2 role. Booyah. And I'm Lady Rose Darling, Elizabeth's mom. Lady Leona Darling? I'm the sister? This is obviously biased. You had the inside track all along. Sure enough, next to the role of Lady Elizabeth Darling, you find your name. I got the lead. This isn't over, Mary. Trust me on that. Wait, I didn't get my part either. I don't see my name by William. It looks like it went to... Want to find out who got the part? Find out next chapter. I'm betting it's Caitlin. But we'll find out.